Okay, so as promised, little video here on current events and stupid humans. But then there's gonna be something positive at the end here. So I try not to get too political on here. I did that a couple years ago, and personally, I like my own content when I talk about how I see the world and what's going on. But those videos got like no views. I mean, 40 views, whatever. Nobody cares. At that time, I had under 1,000 subscribers too, so whatever. I don't take a side necessarily. I'm an issues guy, and I just care about the truth. And what I know is that whenever something happens, like it's happening right now, and the media is telling you what's happening, 99 times out of 100, they're just lying to you. They're creating a narrative around an event that is based on fantasy to support a narrative that they've been putting forth, right? So, because then we find out later it was all lies, but if you're still watching the same people that lied to you, you don't know it was lies. You still probably believe the lies because they almost never apologize for lying. So, case in point is this Hunter Biden laptop thing, right? Because when this happened a couple of years ago, I was home. I was in New Jersey, and I have a friend. He owns a surf shop, and he's on Twitter all day, and he's showing us this. And I'm looking at it going, I don't know, man. That's kind of crazy. That's crazy. But it looked pretty convincing. And then, of course, the media right away. This is all Russian disinformation and the same people who lied to you about the last president. Like, they told you Russian collusion, and everything they told you about the last president, pretty much everything was 100% false. Just a lie, outright lie. Lying. So, anyhow, this is a thing. It's been coming around, and now it's accepted as reality. It's the truth. This really is his laptop. There's way more damning things on there. This guy was recording his entire life of hookers and drugs and corruption, dealing with other countries, oil companies, big business, funneling money to his family, his dad, everything else. His voicemails, emails, it's all right there, and it's all real, 100% real. So, what's going on in my mind? Like I'm not thinking about this a lot. I'm not watching the news anymore. I'm a much happier person for it. But I do like one show. It happens to be on Fox, so whatever your opinion is about that, fine. But I highly recommend it because it's hysterical. And they talk about the reality of things in a very funny way. It's actually a late night comedy show. It's the Gutfeld show. They were talking about this last night. And this is a thought I had from the very beginning, which was, if this is real, why is Hunter Biden doing this? So last night it hit me again, and I decided to think about it a little bit. And it seems to me that he did all this on purpose for a reason, and the only reason I can come up with is that he hates his life. He hates what he has to do in this life. He hates his father. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Imagine you're born into that family, and then you're put out into the world to be a professional grafter, right? These are professional con people. They rip off the taxpayers, and they rip off people in other countries just to line their own pockets and become more powerful. And when this came, and it's almost like he was trying to kill himself, like suicide himself. I'm going to record all this stuff and tell them I got it. Oh shit, they know, but they're not doing anything to me. Well, they probably didn't think he either did it or would do anything with it. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. And it's crazy. It's crazy. It's insane. So now it's all out there. And so when that happens, he can't make money anymore through fake jobs that he had no business getting in the first place, and all these other connections. So now he's an artist making money with these paintings. I mean, it's insane. I could literally crap on a blanket, walk on it in bare feet, and title it, White Men Are the Devil, and probably sell it for $1,000. Maybe I should just do that this afternoon and see how that goes. It's nuts. So I just wanted to put that out there. I just think I just think he hates his life and everything he has to do to exist. Because people that like their lives, love their lives, don't engage in the things he engages in. They certainly don't record everything that they're doing, making themselves look horrible, breaking the law across the board. It's nuts. Like that Maxwell woman that's in prison now for helping Epstein. They both were convicted of sex trafficking of minors, people under the age, to rich, powerful, famous people. He goes to prison and gets suicided, and then she's in prison for it, but nobody's talking about it, and nobody wants to talk about who's on the list of people that these people provided underage people to have sex. I don't care who you have sex with, but if they're underage people, that's a little bit of a problem, right? And if you're a rich, powerful, wealthy person, famous person, and that's kind of your thing, yeah, I can understand why you don't want people to know about it, because that's the end of your life, right? As far as public opinion goes. But it's pretty crazy. So there's that. And then stupid humans. I see it all the time in LA. It's really nuts here. I know I'm down on LA a lot of the people and everything, but just as an example. 2 days ago, I'm coming home. I'm coming up a side street. I'm going to make a right-hand turn onto Beverly. And you know that there's a line to stop at. And there's basically like a crosswalk section of the road, even if it's not laid out. And that usually lines up right at the corner. And then beyond the corner, there's usually like a parking lane along the road, right? So I'm pulling up and I'm going to make a right-hand turn. But there's a ton of traffic. It was on Beverly. It was a pretty busy time of the day. And I see a person walking down the block. And I'm thinking to myself, I hope I get a break in the traffic to make my right-hand turn before this person gets close to me. So there's a break coming. I see it. And I'm nudging up a little bit. Now I'm beyond the corner. I'm getting into that parking lane of the cars, And this person's crossing the street, and they're walking like they want to walk in front of me, even though I'm way the hell out there now. And I'm nudging forward so he gets the point to walk behind the van, because that's what I would do as a conscientious human being when I'm walking down the street and I'm encountered by this situation. You know what I do? Oh. I look over my shoulder and I look at what's going on with the traffic, because I own an automobile and I drive. Just like 99 people out of 100 here in Los Angeles, they own cars even if they happen to be walking that day. And I pull up and I look at him and say, why are you attempting to walk in front of my vehicle? And he says, well, by law, you're supposed to stop back there. I looked at him, I said, hey man, in this situation, I walk behind the vehicle because I'm not stupid. And and then there's a break and I just drove away. But this is the thing. This is the thing we're dealing with. People only care about themselves most of the time. And pedestrians in Los Angeles, you could make a video just sitting watching people cross the street, holding up traffic, walking slow, and as soon as they step up onto the sidewalk, they actually pick up pace. That's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, man. That's crazy people walking around. And these are people that, they look like average people. I'm not talking about I had a bum walking down the street today. Crazy. I heard him yelling, screaming, and he was pounding on parked cars. I didn't understand what was happening. I heard it. Then I walked out, saw what was happening. He didn't turn around and look at me or anything. He just kept going. But that's a super nut person, barefoot, dirty, crazy, out of their minds. So they're broken. That's like a computer with a glitch, But just a normal human being, looking way more normal than I do, walking down the street with that attitude is a problem. That's weird to me. Now, even though I'm bagging on LA, I got this in the mail today. Just check the mail. This is from my credit union that I go to, and it's a sympathy card for my mom's death, signed by all the ladies that work in the credit union. I almost cracked a little tear and started getting emotional opening this up and reading it. It's so sweet of them. They're really nice ladies, and whenever I'm in there, I try to go out of my way to make them laugh and all that. And the fact that they took the time to do that, I think is really sweet. So even though I complain a little, I get a little agitated, I'm reminded on a regular basis that there's really good human beings out there, and a lot of them are even right here in Los Angeles. So thank you, ladies, if any of you see this. And for the rest of you, use your brain. Have a great day. Be good to one another.